A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 688th edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness as I sheepishly swat away the water. I try to keep things relatively clean. It looks like my camera is a little bit lower than it normally is. Let me see if I can raise my camera up here a little bit. Give me a second, guys. I apologize for this production snafu. Gonna raise this up a little bit. There we go. That's much better. Much better. You don't want you can't have the audience seeing how the sausage is made. Nobody really wants to know how the sausage is made, but at any rate, we are brought to you by Gorilla Mind Rush, the #1 non-habit forming energy and focus supplement on the market. Be hyper productive and laser focused for hours with zero crash and zero jitters. Support your productivity and the show by going to donovansharpe.com/GorillaMindRush to get your hands on a bottle or 24. As always, we are streaming live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and of course, in crystal clear 4K to Sharpe Stream. Actually got that verified. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Primetime a part of your daily routine. And speaking of Sharpe Stream, I thought I had the Sharpe Stream chat up, and I do know. Oh, there it is. Okay, all right, I found it. I was thinking to myself, where'd my Sharpe Stream guys go? But you guys are definitely in the house. Let me shout you guys out quickly. King Life is in the house. See how many of you guys are double dipping. Male 20, Dre Raven, JB84. Dre Raven says, great episode of The Six last night. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. The Neg One says that camera work though. Yeah, I didn't have time to set my up and down moving camera. Every couple of weeks there's always a snafu with the camera. One of these days, man, I'm gonna have a full-fledged crew. I mean, you guys know Devin works for me, but I'm gonna tell you what, man, just getting the show and preparing content. That, I mean, obviously that is a challenge enough in and of itself. But setting up the cameras, the lighting, all of the graphics, the scenes, all that jazz. That there's always something I forget. So until I can get in a bigger studio for my nightly show and hire a legit crew, guess we'll have to put up with it. Nate Dogg's in the house. Drake is in the house. JB84 is in the house. Hellfong again. James Young, as well as Odin. Odin with two N's. Odinin. It is Monday, November 9th of 2020. It is good to have you guys in today. Very hectic weekend. Had a very eventful weekend. Of course, One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe, Season 1, continued on Saturday. I had Aaron Clary. And the season finale of One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe will be this coming Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern with Coach Greg Adams. Coach Greg Adams will be in studio for the season finale of One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe, so you guys do not want to miss that. It'll be right here, of course. Mike Lance 22 in the house. Good to see you in here. Had a busy Sunday as well. Weights and dates with Myron Gaines. You guys have voted. You guys spoke very loudly and very clearly that you wanted weights and dates to be on Sundays. So what used to be a Friday show is now a Sunday show. We were going to do it. We were doing it on Fridays. Then we moved it to Saturday. so I could do an extra solo show because, of course, I don't do any shows on Tuesday. That's essentially my day off, bowling night and all that. But obviously we couldn't do it Saturday because I had Aaron Clary in studio. And then, of course, we decided to do it Sunday. And you guys were like, hey, you know what? Sunday looks and feels like the better of the 2 days. So weights and dates with Myron Gaines will now be every Sunday at 5 Eastern. Every Sunday afternoon at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. Sundays are my most hectic days. They are. I've got my weekend webinar that I do for an hour every week. And weekend webinar, if you're a patron or a Womanese student, you get access to all of the weekend webinars, and they're actually starting to get really, really good. Starting to get real good. I'm very happy with the way these weekend webinars have turned out. Now I'm adding weights and dates with Myron Gaines, and then of course the coup de grace, which to me that's kind of the main event. That's sort of the main event. I look at the 6 as the main event because I mean it's just an unbelievable show. It really, really is. Last night we had special guest Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus was a special guest. That was a dynamite show. That was a fantastic show. I'm actually going to go back and watch that. Dude, that show was so good. I had a 45-minute conversation with Kevin Samuels after the show. That's how good that show was, man. And I guess we'll just go ahead and address the elephant in the room for those of you guys who did not watch the 6 last night. It is now going to be the 6 again. I decided unilaterally to remove Steve the Dean Williams from the panel. Steve was completely fine with it. He handled it like a man. My relationship with Steve remains unchanged. I've known him for years. He's one of my best friends here in the manosphere. And I mean, listen, the main reason was just a clash of personalities. That's what it comes down to. Not everybody can work with everybody. And that was a big challenge. A big challenge. Man, I'll tell you what. Managing a panel of 4 people, that's tough enough, right? Like there's nothing easy about that. But when you've got 5 different personalities that you're trying to sort of give everyone equal camera time, and listen, there are some episodes where some guys are just going to talk more than others. That's just how it is. But whatever the case may be, sometimes not everybody can work with everybody. Not everybody can work with everybody. Steve's a solid guy, solid content creator. Go over there, subscribe to his channels, follow him on social media, and again, I'm gonna lay down the edict here. If anyone says, listen, now you guys know that I don't let anybody get away with talking trash about any content creators that I consider to be allies or friends. Okay, I banned a long-time patron. I think his name was Thomas Munier. I think his name was, because he wrote a bunch of junk about Joker, talking about Joker's blue pill and this and that and the other. I hated to do it, but guess what? Had to. You're up out of here, man. You're up out of here. We don't talk shit about our allies, guys. Like, we might not like some of the guys in the red pill community. You might disagree with some of their methods, their ways. You might disagree with some of the things that they say. You might not like the way they talk to people. You might not like their personality, right? But at the end of the day, guys, we are all on the same team. And I will not tolerate people coming in here and talking trash about other content creators. I had to ban one guy who was talking trash about Ryan Stone. Now, I've known Steve longer than Ryan and Joker. So please be respectful of all guests, past and present. If you want to go on message boards, Facebook, whatever, and talk trash about content, fine. That's fine. Just, I respectfully request that you refrain from doing that here. Because if you do, you're out of here. That's just all there is to it. It's just a matter of respect. That's what it comes down to. But Steve and I are still cool. My relationship with him is unchanged. It is what it is. So that is over and done with. Nate Dogg says 7 is overkill. Nah, well, listen, man. Think whatever you want. You think 7 might be overkill, but last night was a kick-ass show. Last night was one of the best shows we've ever done. That's a panel of 7 people. And I'm going to tell you what, man, that was a 2.5-hour show. There was more knowledge dropped in that show. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was an honor to be a part of that. And Hotep Jesus says, listen, man, hit me anytime you need me. So it's definitely good to have that, to have him as a resource. Because that dude is as smart as they come. He's got 4 tech startups he's doing right now. I don't know when the guy sleeps. It is what it is. Just some quick housekeeping here before we get started on today's topic. Just letting people trickle in. Went bowling yesterday. Went bowling. Of course, you guys know the reason why I don't do my show on Tuesdays is because it is bowling night here at the Sharpe family compound. And last week at Bowling League, I stunk up the joint. I absolutely stunk up the joint. We struggled to beat a team we had no business struggling to beat. Thank God Devin bowled her hot little you-know-what off. And the other guy, Steve, I think shot a 205 and a 225, something like that. They literally had to drag my sorry ass the whole night. Now, I ended up having, I think the first game I shot like a 118. No, unacceptable. Then I shot a 159, then a 170. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Now, the reason why I've been struggling is because I haven't practiced. Right? We got away with it 2 weeks ago. I hadn't practiced all week. Got away with it 2 weeks ago. I shot a 187, a 220, a 187, a 213, and a 190. Excellent. I think 600 series, 614 series, something like that. Hadn't practiced all week. I said, okay, let me see if I can get away with it one more time. Did not get away with it. Did not get away with it. So yesterday we went to the bowling alley. I shot 7 games. So I'm very, very excited about that. Also, I'm not an overly religious person, but if you guys are, I'd like you to, I don't know, say a prayer or whatever. Devin's personal trainer, her dog got hit by a car today. Cute little guy. His name is Nugget. And it's touch and go right now. I think he broke one of his legs. I think he cracked a couple of ribs, bruised his lungs. So so she's dealing with that. So you guys know that I'm not an overly religious guy, but Devin's personal trainer, she's good people, man. She really is. Super sweet. She's just a good person. She's good people, man. So I'd appreciate if you guys would say a little prayer or whatever it is that you do for Nugget, and keep Nugget in your thoughts, and hopefully Nugget makes it through the night. All sorts of emergency overnight pet surgery and all that jazz. So hopefully Nugget pulls through and keep that family whole. That would be, I know it's just a dog, but you guys know how it is. You guys know how it is. All right, let me read a couple of, okay, so here we go. So James, wait a minute, hold on. Somebody said that they had never stepped into a strip club before. Somebody said that they had never stepped into a strip club before. Of course, we're talking about Paul George tonight. And James Young replied, James Young replied, "You're not missing much. Having a roof over my head was far more important." No, you're not really missing much by not going to strip clubs. I agree with that. JB84 says the show last night was fantastic. Totally agree. James Young said last night was a great improvement over the week prior. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Nate Dogg says, we may disagree, but we don't hate here on other content creators. We might disagree in some areas, but we all have the same fundamental belief system. We all have the same fundamental belief system, and it's good for us to stick together. Hellfong wants to know, why was MLD trashing Joker? I'm not MLD, dude. If you want to know, ask him. And guys, and again, I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be an asshole, but seriously, I don't stay away from the gossip and all that jazz. I'm really going to leave that stuff alone, man. Really am going to leave that stuff alone. The infighting completely, yeah, right. Helfong just said it. The infighting is it's unnecessary. It's stupid. It really, really is. Mike Lance, 22, says, missing Crazy Horse 2 in Vegas. I bet you do. James Young with the $5 super chat says, we are men and need to respect one another. We have enough doing against us. Let's not make the job easier for our haters. That's the one thing to me that's the one recent development to me that is the most heartbreaking. I remember 5, 6, 8 years ago, the only people we really had to worry about as far as our detractors and all that were women, girl power movement activists. You know, girls rushing to get our Twitters taken down, Facebook and all that taken down, YouTube channels taken down, this and that. It's not like that anymore. Most, if not all of our, listen, the girl power movement activists, they're sitting back. You want to know why? Because they don't have to go after us anymore. No, they don't have to go after us anymore. Now, we have our own doing that for them. We have content creators out there, and they shall remain nameless, but I think we all know who they are. More than one content creator out there that I'll never understand it. I'll never understand. I don't understand why we can't just, I'm not saying we got to get along, but do we really got to trash each other? Like, do we, I mean, dude, we got guys putting out pictures of people's wives and daughters. We got guys doxing everybody, man, putting everybody's real information out there. And for what? For what? For nothing. It hasn't changed anything. It hasn't changed anything for any other content creator. The only thing it's changed is the continued degradation of the reputation of this community. Right? Like, dude, listen, man, this country and the world, they laugh at us already. They laugh at us already because they think we're all losers, right? And of course, listen, man, we know it's disingenuous of them to use the lowest form of our community to sort of define us. I don't care. It is what it is. But now they really have reason to just say, look at those guys. Those guys aren't even united. Like, are you serious? I mean, we got like, what is it? I mean, there are probably at least 24 anti-red pill channels that I know of, and it's literally just dudes who are just anti-red pill. They're just like, you know what, these guys are wrong. Da 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 da. It's not even that. It's just them just trashing us. Donovan's girlfriend is ugly, right? I mean, listen, if he wants us to think that he or they think she's ugly, that's fine. They'd smash her right now if they could, right? I mean, let's not be disingenuous about this. But the point is, man, is that it is absolutely, and I'm gonna tell you what, man, that's something I did not see coming. That's something I did not see coming. When I open up the Patrice O'Neal video hotline, I'm gonna ask you guys about that. I'm gonna ask you guys about why is it that so many of these anti-red pill channels are coming up. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it for Google search. I don't know. I think they think maybe they're doing it. Maybe they think it's a story, or I don't know. I mean, listen, some people just want to talk about whatever is hot. The red pill it got hot, and now guys are thinking, I'm going to go against it. There's another guy, Steve Hoka. I remember a long time ago, every time Rollo was on a channel or whatever, this guy would have he would be doing a stream, and he would send in his trolls, his little minions, to go troll the chat. And of course, all of these guys are avatars. There's one guy who isn't an avatar, which, I don't have much respect for that guy, but at least he's not hiding behind an avatar. Like something. King Life says Britt Johnson has a great body. You know what? It's interesting. I don't really know anything about Britt Johnson, who is on your screen, who basically just gossips about what we're going to talk about tonight. But I'll tell you what, she's as dumb as a box of rocks, man. She didn't speak good English. Well, it's now the off season, and when the off season, Oh, wow. Okay, so King Life has now double dipped and said he would destroy Britt Johnson, her body and size. Okay, all right, well, I don't know. Maybe got to check her out. James Young says, going, not doing. Appreciate that. $2. Red Pill Mike, $5, says, the people I see provoking the infighting are usually the struggling content creators hiding behind the, quote, my brand is better facade. Yeah. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So I'm not going to involve myself with that nonsense anymore. I've dabbled in it long enough, and I made this announcement on the 6th last night. Like losing my temper over trolls. Listen, that's something that I should have gotten a handle on a long time ago. I've been at this for 6+ years. It's time for me to grow up and just not give these idiots any publicity. Like it's obvious, like their strategy, their tact is plainly obvious. Attack content creators who have big followings and try to be that anti-guy. One guy actually did it successfully. And people believe that people think that content creator who went after other content creators and all of a sudden blew up, they think that's the reason he blew up. Nope. Nope, that's not the reason he blew up. He blew up because he works his ass off. And he provides value. He provides value. Okay, let's get to it. So, Paul George is in the news. He is in the news. And the reason he is in the news is because he has proposed to his longtime girlfriend and baby mama, Daniela Rajic. Somebody please, listen, I don't like to mispronounce names. I don't want to sound ignorant. So somebody please, could you give me the correct pronunciation if you can put it in the chat. I think it looks like Rajic. I don't know. We'll call her Daniela R. Daniela. So Paul George proposed to Daniela, and instead of getting a lot of love, it looks like the world is throwing shade big time. So on fadeawayworld.com, got this. This was actually posted a few days ago, so I might be a little bit behind on this. It says NBA Twitter goes wild after Paul George announces engagement with Daniela R. Paul George didn't live his best life in the NBA bubble, it says, where he struggled to find his best version, becoming a liability for the underperforming Los Angeles Clippers that blew a 3-1 lead against the Denver Nuggets in the second round of the 2020 NBA playoffs. While things have started to look better for PG-13 in his personal life, as he announced he's engaged with longtime girlfriend Daniela R. So, who wrote this column? So, Orlando Silva believes that Paul George, and the reason they call him PG-13, for those of you guys who are not sports nuts like I am, Paul George wears jersey number 13. Paul George, his initials PG, PG-13. Chris Paul wears the number 3. They call him CP3. Tom Brady, they call him TB12, et cetera, et cetera. But he thinks that things have started to look better because he is now engaged. Paul George is 30 years old and is engaged to his 2-time baby mama. Let's continue. It says, George wanted to share the good news, with the world, and he took to social media to reveal them, but things went wrong when NBA Twitter twisted everything and went after the couple. While some fans congratulated the veteran swingman, others decided to joke about George and his fiancée. Oh, boy. Let's see what happened. Legoat, I think that's supposed to be a spoof on LeBron, says he got a ring before KD. Congrats to him. I think that guy is outthinking the room. KD is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's got 2 rings. So I don't know what he's talking about there. Let's see what else. Ah, there we are. Bro married a stripper. Oh, she got a ring before him. That's a little more accurate. Okay, haha. Only ring he's going to get, his wedding ring, as opposed to an NBA title. And Paul George is only 30. I mean, he could still win an NBA title if he gets on the right team. He could do it with the Clippers next year. Who knows? Hey, at least this is a surefire ring for him. Of course, all the jokes, blah, 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 blah. Dude really cheated on his coach's daughter. That'll never not be hilarious. Okay, so Paul George used to date the daughter of then Clippers head coach and now Sixers head coach Doc Rivers. And apparently he smashed this stripper while in a relationship with said coach's daughter. Let's see what else we got here. He got his ring. Ha, 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 ha. He finally got his ring. So, is he in Cancun? There's always somebody that wants to be different. Edward gave up on basketball. So starting shooting shots elsewhere, that was a bad joke. His girl got more rings than him. That's really getting old. That's just getting old. Okay, all right. So the article ends, PG is entering a very important season in their second one with the Clippers. He knows he failed last campaign to bring a championship to Los Angeles, and the Lakers did. And now he wants to make things right for the team in the city. No, that team did not belong to Paul George. That team belongs to Kawhi Leonard. The failure of the Clippers in the NBA playoffs, Paul George is, listen, he's the second best player on the team, but that falls on Doc Rivers and Kawhi Leonard. So I guess they're trying to make him sound more important than he is. Listen, good swing, man. Listen, top 10 player in the NBA, but the responsibility, it continues, will be even bigger for everybody this season, and PG needs to step up. He's doing good stuff, and now his personal life is looking good. It remains to be seen if that can help him succeed in this upcoming campaign. So, what you guys, in that particular article, do you see how the world continues to make us think that it is a good thing to get married? Never mind, he married a stripper. Never mind, that stripper has already had 2 of his children. We're gonna get to that later because Paul George is in, dude, he's gonna be in a world of hurt, my friend. But the fact that we have a sports column, sports gossip column, talking about the fact that it's good that Paul George, his personal life seems to be looking better, so he's going to do better in the playoffs. No, A 30-year-old millionaire getting married is never a good thing. A 30-year-old millionaire married to a stripper, definitely never a good thing. A 30-year-old millionaire who has 2 kids with a stripper, that is financial suicide, my friends. That is financial suicide. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Paul George, Daniela R. saga, allow me to give you a brief timeline. So back in 2014, Paul George was slapped with a paternity suit by ex-stripper as Indiana Pacers battle Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. So let me just go ahead and read the article here. This is where the story begins. Paul George saved the Pacers from elimination on Wednesday night with some clutch shooting. And of course, the Miami Heat went on to win the Eastern Conference Finals. And then they went on to win the Eastern Conference Finals, but then get dump trucked in the NBA Finals by the San Antonio Spurs, whose MVP was then Kawhi Leonard. Come full circle. But his scoring off the court has landed him in a lawsuit. Oh, God, this is a bad joke. A former Miami stripper slapped the NBA star with a paternity petition just hours before George buried the Heat in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals with 21 of his 37 points in the fourth quarter. George had not seen the complaint as of Thursday evening, but the 24-year-old, he's 24 years old then, is not denying that he is the father of a four-week-old girl named Olivia, according to a source close to the All-Star. Congratulations for doing a good job. Wednesday night, said Daniela R's lawyer, Raul Felder. Hopefully, he steps up here as well. Daniela's Manhattan Supreme Court filing seeks a court-ordered DNA test and legal declaration that George is the dad. A private paternity test has already affirmed that the result, according to sources, and George has voluntarily paid for Rajik's medical bills. Among other things, he's already met the baby, according to Felder. A rep sharply denied that George offered $1 million to Daniela to have the baby aborted. George signed a $90 million contract last summer. Let me stop right there. Paul George absolutely did offer Daniela $90 million to get a, give me a second, to get a, let me see if I can say this correctly. I've already said the word. I don't want to say it too many times. Hang on a second. Yes. Yes. Hang on a second. a Noit Roba spelled backwards. Noit Roba spelled backwards. Listen. He paid her $1 million to get a Noit Roba spelled backwards. This chick took the money, had the kid anyway. That's what happened. All this will be reported and denied. No, that's what happened. Paul George said, Daniela, take this $1 million. Get this Noit Roba spelled backwards. And we're good to go. Right? Of course she didn't. Why would she? Why would she take $1 million? Why would she take $1 million in exchange for just access to his resources? You see, once he knocked her up, that was a wrap. That was a wrap. The Neg One says it in the chat right now. He played himself. Yeah, he played himself. He tried to cheat the game. You banged a stripper raw. She gets pregnant. What do you think she's going to do? Actually just take the money? Oh, no. Your seed, your offspring is worth far more than just $1 million as far as she is concerned. The article continues, as Paul has said all along, if and when the legal process confirms that the baby is his, he will fully embrace his responsibilities as a father, the spokesperson said in a statement, and provide emotional and financial support to the child. The process has been amicable, and we hope it will continue to be until this issue is clarified. Blah, 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 blah. Lance Stevenson, blah, 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 blah. Da-da-da-da-da. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. So the last of it says, Daniela R. met George while she was stripping in Miami, and the pair struck up a relationship. A source said they broke up after the 24-year-old became pregnant. Felder said Daniela R. moved to New York City, New York during the pregnancy to stay with family. Olivia was born May 1st. So that's the first part of the story. That's the first part of the story. 3 years later, another article comes out. Daniela R., her second pregnancy with Paul George, who had offered to pay her $1 million for a Noit Roba of her first child, their love details, and much more. Daniela is pregnant again with Paul George's child. The article starts. Daniela is pregnant with an American NBA player, Paul George's second baby. It is rumored that Paul George's one-night stand with Daniela R. was responsible for getting her pregnant. Terrence Owen has released the news on his Twitter handle. Blah, 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 blah. And listen, Daniela R., I mean, she's bad. She's bad. She looks good. She's hot. She's attractive. But like all these girls, Daniela R. and all these they all look the same. They all kind of look like the Kardashians now. They're all sort of going for the same thing. Paul George might depart for Cleveland to help LeBron and the Cavaliers. It is believed that Paul George blah, blah, blah. Here we go. So here's the timeline. It says Daniela R. was a Tootsie's cabaret dancer born in Queens. She's basically from Miami, Florida. She met Paul George during one of these dance sessions at the Tootsie Club in the summer of 2013. They dated each other for a few months. Guys, I tell you guys all the time, there's going on in the strip club. Happens all the time, every day. And when NBA players are in town, NFL players are in town, strippers give up that booty, hoping beyond all hope that one of them is stupid enough to hit it raw. Paul George was that guy. These strippers don't like you. They like the money that you can provide for them. Anyway, she became pregnant and claimed the child was Paul George's. Daniela R. also claimed that Paul George had offered to pay $1 million to undergo a Noit Roba, but she refused, and when these reports became public, Paul George publicly denied such allegations, any such action. At the time, George's representative, blah, 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 blah. Hang on a second. That sounds like something has run out of batteries. All right, anyway. Olivia was delivered on May the 1st, blah, 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 paternity test, yada, yada, yada. Look at this. Isn't this so funny? Still being a thought. Still being a thought. She's pregnant, or I think she delivered the baby. Look, it's a girl, but 90% of the picture is her boobs. These girls are thoughts, man. These girls are thoughts. So, that, I mean, that's what they are, man. The court cases, blah, 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 blah. There she is, blah, 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 blah. So there's a video I'd like to actually show you guys here. There's a video I'd like to show you guys here that sort of encapsulates this second part of the saga with Paul George. It was actually on a channel. That's what the girl on your screen is. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Now I have to make a sound. I've got to make a sound switch here. I do apologize. There we go. Let's run that back. My apologies. There we go. All right. And away we go.
3 years ago. Yes, it all started once upon a time. 3 years ago, to be exact, when rumors started swirling that NBA baller Paul George got a stripper by the name of Daniela pregnant. Now, this in itself isn't really that big of a deal because...
See, here we go. Off the topic, I told you this chick was ignorant and couldn't talk. This isn't that big a deal, right? I guess this girl, I don't know. I mean, yeah, she's attractive, right? I tell you guys this all the time. Hot girls are useless because they never have to be useful. They don't even have to learn how to talk. That isn't that big a deal in the off season. You guys ever listen to Britney Spears talk? And I'm not saying Britney Spears is hot, but when Britney Spears was younger, yeah, she was considered to be highly attractive. She absolutely, positively is, she's ignorant. She's a redneck from Alabama who looked better than all the other backwards country girls down there. Had parents who saw her potential, and she's still as dumb as a box of rocks. At any rate, let's continue.
Let's face it, Paul George was single, and he could do whatever he wants to do. It's not like he's cheating on his wife or doing anything crazy, right? Well, the kicker here is that after Daniela got pregnant, Paul George tried to pay her $1 million to have an abortion.
Correction. Paul George did pay her $1 million to have a Noit Roba. Daniela R. actually did the smart thing, took his money, had the kid anyway.
Well, Daniela decided not to because she either doesn't believe in abortions.
She doesn't believe in abortions? Now, old girl keeps it real here.
Or she realized if a guy has $1 million to pay her to not have a baby, imagine how much money she could get if she had a baby, right?
There it is. See? You see how matter-of-factly the host did? Listen, she's like, dude, this is obvious. If this guy has $1 million to pay me to get a Noit Roba, why would I get that when I can just get access to all of his resources?
Well, either way, we're not judging, so she had the baby.
We're not judging. You see how women understand the griminess of their own nature? Why would you have to say we're not judging if she decided to have the baby? If there was any question as to whether or not Daniela had this baby because either she didn't believe in Noit Robas, Snoit Roba, or she did it for the money, why would she say we're not judging if she didn't know what the reason was? Of course she knew what the reason was. Of course she knew what the reason was. Listen, hey, if you had the kid for financial reasons, we're not judging. This is why when guys like us, we talk about the nature of women, oh my God, you're so incorrect. We know what we're talking about over here, man. That's why they're trying to get our channel shut down all the time.
And it happened to be a little baby girl by the name of Olivia. What athlete do you think?
This girl her name is Olivia, not Olivia. God, This chick is ignorant, man.
Because the cutest kids, let me know in the
Oh, wow. That's a cute kid.
comments below. So after Olivia is born, Daniela filed a paternity suit against George, who then filed a suit against Daniela to get full custody, only for them both to decide to be in their daughter's life.
Translation, Paul George realized... See, here's what happened in that situation. Paul George sued for full custody of Olivia because he didn't want to pay child support. That's all that was. He sued for full custody so that he didn't have to pay child support. Daniela was like, "Oh, no. Nope. No way." Daniela took full advantage of the gynocentric laws, who told her, "Listen, PG-13, you're not getting full custody of your kid. Like, the mother is clearly a fit mother." Dude, they let women who are crackheads keep custody of their kids. They let women who have N-words running through them. They let women who have relations with their boyfriends in front of their kids keep their kids. What makes you think they're going to take this woman's kids? No. No. Paul George thought that he could circumvent paying child support. He played himself. And he got. That's what it was, man. So after it became clear to him that he was not going to be able to circumvent child support, he said, all right, let's try to raise this thing together.
Which is great, so they can co-parent. And I guess the co-parenting kind of turned into a little more than co-parenting and turned into a do other things, if you know what I mean. Because
so Daniela saw an opportunity. She said, I'm not giving up full custody. I'm getting that child support. Came to an agreement. So basically, and I can't confirm this. But my guess is that she told him, look, if you don't want to pay child support, move me in. And then, of course, he moved her in, and they make another kid, as you see here.
Because apparently, 3 years later, after George first tried to pay Daniela off to not have a baby, he is now having another baby with her. Yes, guys, she's pregnant again with George's baby, only this time she is not a stripper anymore.
Oh, well, hallelujah. She's been sanctified by the blood of Jesus. She's not a stripper anymore. No, of course she's not a stripper anymore. The minute she pissed a plus sign, she knew she was set for life. Of course, no, what do you think she's going to go back to the pole? Dude, strippers don't really want to be stripping. And I know more about strippers than I care to admit, but none of them want to be stripping. They'll tell other people, oh, I love it. It's empowering. No. Every stripper, don't let these chicks lie to you. Strippers hate what they do. That's why 13 out of 10 of them are on drugs. They got to do drugs at work just to live with just to cope with their lifestyle. You're taking your clothes off in front of strangers who are throwing money at you. That is degrading, man. Instead of securing resources from one man, you got to secure a little bit of resources from every man. That's a mind job. Never, ever, ever, ever tell a stripper, I love what I do. Dude, these bitches don't love what they do. They hate it. They love the money. They get addicted to the money and the lifestyle. They don't like stripping. Now, of course, there's OnlyFans, right? Girls don't even have to they don't even have to be strippers anymore. They open up an OnlyFans and they're good to go. Let's continue.
Well, good for them. I hope they get married and live happily ever after.
Oh my God. And live happily ever after. There's that word again. There it is again. Happily ever after. So let's go now, and we're gonna finish up this story here. So, Paul George's girlfriend, 5 fast facts. Somebody said never stick your sausage in crazy. Daniela is not crazy. No, never stick your sausage in a stripper without a condom. 1. George and Daniela went to court after he impregnated her in 2014. Right? We all know about that. 2. George cheated on Callie Rivers, the daughter of Doc Rivers, when he hooked up with Daniela. Wow. Callie was nice. Callie was bad. Okay. Go on, Doc. Making kids like that. But you can see that a guy like Paul George clearly doesn't understand his value as he is leaning in. Paul George, dude, he's 6'7". He's a good-looking guy, could have any woman he wants, yet he is still leaning in to this female. Ay, ay, ay. Number 3, the couple has 2 children together. Oh my God. All right. Who wrote this? Hold on. I gotta find out. Sam Dodge? Sam! Come on, man. Like, we expect obvious grammatical errors from women, but dude, come on. The couple has 2 children together. Daniela's family wants George to move to Los Angeles. Oh, listen to this. This is Daniela's family, not Paul George's family, Daniela's family. George has been the subject of rampant speculation about his future, as many has suspected he will eventually leave Oklahoma City for Los Angeles. And yes, he did. He went with Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers. One supporter of this move is Daniela R's family, according to a report from 247 Sports and ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. Of course, he's quoted as saying, here's the problem. The wife would rather be in L.A. Paul George's parents, from what I'm told, would rather him be in L.A. See, this is a man who has control over his life, right? Now, I understand him wanting to, listen, if he wants to be in L.A., that's fine. Like, do what you want to do. But this is incredible. You got this stripper baby mom who's got 2 of your kids. Her family wants you to move to L.A. You want to know why they want you to move to L.A.? So they can be close to their resources. They want to get their grubby little hands. And oh, by the way, Daniela's family, they're not in New York anymore. Remember, she went to New York for the first pregnancy. Soon as she had that first kid, they got together. Oh, yeah. He moved them on out there. Oh, yeah, listen, we're all set for life now. We are family. But he's not listening to himself. He's just his parents and his baby mom. Number 5, Daniela R. is no longer dancing and is launching a new bikini business. Ay, ay, ay. Daniela is reportedly no longer dancing and announced that she is launching a new bikini business this past January. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So now Daniela R. wants to be a businesswoman. Yeah, Definite G says he has no backbone. No, none at all. None at all. None at all. There's no information on her signing with an official modeling company, but she posts several pictures of herself in fashionable clothing and swimwear on Instagram. Because nobody does that, do they? And finally, we come to this story. Paul George is engaged. The Los Angeles Clippers forward proposed to longtime girlfriend Daniela Rajic on Friday. By the way, Devin, go ahead and post the link in the chat for the Patrice O'Neal video hotline. If you need advice, if you have a question, comment, whatever. The Patrice O'Neal hotline is open, or will be open. Remember the rules. You guys know the rules. Got to have the camera on. If you do not have your camera on, I will kick you from the show. Anyway, the Los Angeles Clippers forward proposed to longtime girlfriend Daniela R. on Friday, according to posts on their respective social media pages. A friend who was present at the engagement shared a photo of the basketball store, popping the question at a scenic oceanside location, adding the message, "You did that, bud. Congrats." George also shared a series of photos from the engagement, and subsequent celebration, including a picture of a shot glass with the words, "She said yes," and a video of a band playing for the couple and their group of friends. Oh, ain't that sweet. Ain't that sweet? Oh, look at that. Daniela R. documented the party with videos of her new fiancé dancing and had a close-up picture of her massive diamond ring. It doesn't fit, LMAO, but you get it. She wrote atop the photo, the couple began dating in 2013 and shared 2 children together. I love how they make this sound all rosy and sweet. The couple began dating. No, she was a stripper. He smashed her raw, found out he knocked her up. He knew he was stuck with her. In May, George shared a tribute to Daniela R. Mother's Day, sharing several photos of the pair together with their daughters, 3-year-old Natasha, 6-year-old Olivia. Happy Mother's Day, baby. Thank you for putting up with my bleep and being on top of yours. Oh, my God. Come on, man. Are you serious? For real? You're making $27 million a season with the LA Clippers. But you're not on top of your bleep, but she's on top of hers? Nah, fam. She was on top of your sausage, homie. This woman has no redeemable qualities other than the fact that she is hot. That's it. Unbelievable. I cannot. I'm going to give my final take on this here in just a minute, just to let you guys know why we are where we are with this. You're amazing and incredible at your job, at your number one job, being mommy. Love you, Wooby. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. LA Clippers, Paul George says he was in a, quote, dark place inside the NBA bubble. I wasn't there. It's related, of course. In August, George spoke out about the mental health struggles he faced while living inside the NBA bubble, including not being able to see her and the kids. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not, you know what? I can't bag on him for that. I didn't realize that Paul George, let me do a quick, actually, you know what? I'm going to do a quick search on that, because if Paul George, like Brandon Marshall used to be a receiver for the Broncos, the Bears, I think, and the Jets. He was diagnosed with depression, right? He was diagnosed with depression and mental health, and that explained a lot of his erratic behavior. So here we go. All right. Okay. Well, let's see what he had to say. Let's see what he had to say. Listen, that doesn't excuse any of this. Like, I'm not trying to excuse him. I'm just, This is SB Nation, says Paul George opened up about his mental health struggles in the NBA bubble. A lot of guys actually went through this. Paul George has spent the last week being the biggest punchline in the NBA. The Los Angeles Clippers forward was struggling immensely through the first 4 games of his team series with the Dallas Mavericks, becoming the first player since 1960 to shoot under 25% from the field in 3 straight NBA playoff games. The joke started to fly at George's expense. The internet didn't forget he nicknamed himself Playoff P a few years back. The criticism was clearly getting to George. He posted corny memes to his Instagram account and disabled the comments. He said his knack wasn't to score the ball. While criticism over his play felt partially deserved as the series became tied at 2 on Luka Doncic's immaculate buzzer beater, some of it was starting to get ugly and personal. Luka Doncic, my friends, that is a top 2 to 3 player in the NBA. Straight up. And all you guys, all you black guys, all you brothers, gonna come at me with, no way! Luka Doncic is the truth, guys. Luka Doncic is a top 2 to 3 NBA player. And the only reason why you say that he's not is because he's white. That's it. I don't want to hear it. Just off the topic here. Marcellus Wiley, he's a commentator for Fox Sports. Okay? This guy, and I don't want to make this about Dak Prescott versus Carson Wentz here, but Marcellus Wiley is clearly racially biased in his sports analysis. You can tell that he is. He dogs Carson Wentz, dogs him all the time. He's mad at Wentz because he got his money before Dak Prescott did, right? Marcellus Wiley he's looking at the score, not really watching the games, right? So, of course, the book is, listen, the reason why Carson Wentz is having a bad year is because he is reckless sometimes. But the reason he's reckless is because he's playing with deck furniture. He literally dragged the Eagles into the playoffs last season. Greg Ward Jr. was their leading receiver. Greg Ward Jr. didn't even play receiver in college. His top 3 receivers have been out. Lane Johnson, one of the best right tackle in football. Injuries all over the place. Carson Wentz led him to the playoffs. Dak Prescott didn't lead the Cowboys to the playoffs, right? Didn't lead the Cowboys to the playoffs. Wentz was the MVP in 2017 before, of course, he tore his ACL. Now, of course, I'm biased, right? I'm going to say Wentz is my guy, so I'm not really qualified to give this opinion, but facts are facts. And when you look at it from the outside, when you look at all of the sports opinions of people around around all of the, sports media, they deny that, listen, man, Dak Prescott puts up big numbers, but they do so because they're playing from behind a lot, number one. Number two, Carson Wentz is the better player. They all say this. Now, this year he's really gotten reckless, but I think he's probably learned that. That's a lot in part because he has to do it all on his own, right? That's not an excuse. That's a reason, right? In 2017, Wentz didn't make any mistakes. Well, that's because he had Alshon Jeffrey. He had Torrey Smith. In the backfield, LeGarrette Blount, Corey Clement, Wendell Smallwood, dude, he had weapons all around. He didn't have to do it all by himself. The Eagles have been decimated with injuries for 2 years. This is why Wentz has gotten a little bit reckless with the football, but let's bring it back to Dak Prescott. Marcellus Wiley is mad that Prescott hasn't gotten his money, and the only reason why is because Wentz got his money. Wentz is a white boy. He doesn't like the fact that a white quarterback got his money over a black quarterback. So Marcellus Wiley has made it his mission to tell the world that Carson Wentz is not as good as Dak Prescott, right? If Dak Prescott really were as good as Carson Wentz, Jerry Jones would have paid him the money. And if Carson Wentz really were that bad, the Eagles would not have given him a then record-breaking contract. They wouldn't have. Wentz is injury-prone. Obviously, he hadn't been hurt the last couple seasons except for the concussion. But Eagles ownership, which is typically very frugal, they let their Super Bowl MVP quarterback walk right out the door and still sign Carson Wentz. Nick Foles won us a Super Bowl. They still paid Wentz, even though he'd been hurt 2 seasons in a row. Dak Prescott, tragically until this season, remarkably durable, never missed an NFL start. Jerry Jones didn't pay him, man. What does that tell you? And not only that, Dak Prescott was not going to get Cowboys money from any other organization. This doesn't make Dak Prescott chop liver. Dak Prescott's a $35 million a year quarterback. Let's not get that twisted. But Marcellus Wiley wants us to believe that he deserves Patrick Mahomes' money. No, he doesn't. But the one guy Marcellus Wiley is always comparing to Dak Prescott is Carson Wentz. Well, this year, Cam Newton is in New England. Marcellus Wiley is tooting that horn as well. Cam Newton. He got hit by the 91 Divock, misses a game, comes back, he's been terrible. The New England Patriots have been decimated with injuries. Cam Newton is literally carrying that team all by himself. Marcellus Wiley still believes that Cam Newton is getting hosed in New England. And when his counterpart, his colleague, challenged him, he said, well, you know what? You're right. Cam Newton is struggling because the Patriots don't really have too many weapons. They just kind of don't. Marcellus, shaking his head. He says, but that's what you say about the guy in Philly. You know what Marcellus Wiley said? But that's different. Well, there you go. There's your bias. I can't trust what you have to say anymore because I know that you are racially biased, as we're racially city biased. Can't do that. So I don't need you brothers in here talking about, Luka Doncic. No, Luka Doncic is a top 3 player in the NBA. Real talk. Anyway, the Clippers needed George, the article continues, to be the best version of himself in Game 5 on Tuesday night, and George delivered. He finished the night with 35 points on 12 of 18 shooting from the Los Angeles Lakers as Los Angeles skid to an impressive 154-111 victory. Jesus Christ, when was that? This was the player the Clippers were waiting for. After the game, George opened up about his struggles and how life was in the bubble. I just think he couldn't handle it. Post-game, anxiety, a little bit of depression. Okay, all right. I guess that's an isolated event. But that has absolutely nothing to do. That has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that he is in this position now. And I'm going to sum this up. And again, the Patrice O'Neal video hotline is open. The Patrice O'Neal video hotline, the Patrice O'Neal video hotline is open. If you have questions, comments, whatever the case may be, anything you got, all you got to do, click on that invite link. Make sure your camera is on. If your camera is on, you will not get on. That's just all there is to it. If your camera is not on, you will not get on. That's just what it comes down to. At any rate, pardon me, the Paul George situation represents it's a microcosm. It represents a microcosm in terms of what the problem is with American men. Paul George is a millennial, right? This guy has no idea that he's done. He's done. Yeah, he'll probably live a pretty good life financially. I mean, he's got 5 or 6, good years left to play. He's probably got one more contract. But the fact of the matter is that his finances are severely compromised. This ex-stripper now has 2 of his kids. She keeps securing bags, right? As soon as she had kid number 1, she was already set for life. Kid number 2 set her for 2 lifetimes. So now Paul George is just going to go all the way, make an honest woman out of her, and marry her. So now you are going to make it, dude, Paul George does not exit this relationship without taking some serious collateral damage. Serious collateral damage. Never mind that you put your financial future at risk banging a stripper raw, right? Now twice. Never mind that you put everything at risk by moving her in. Now you are marrying her and you live in California. I say this all the time, guys. This just goes to show that once again, the guys who say it's just money, looks, and status, it's just money, looks, and status, money, looks, and status. Listen, money, looks, and status only gets you booty. That's it. That doesn't mean that you know how to handle women, which Paul George clearly does not know how to handle. Just because you can sleep with women doesn't mean you can handle women. And as somebody said right here in the chat, Paul George is now literally serving, he is now serving 3 life sentences. So for all of you guys out here who like to say it's all looks, money, status, no. That looks, money, status argument is made by men who think it's all about nothing but sex. The very thing you claim to not want from women. Well, there you have it. There you have it. That is a contradiction. That is a contradiction of your own flawed thinking. If you deal with women, this is why channels like this exist, guys. We're not telling you that women are bad. Listen, women are neither good nor bad. They just are. They just are. They're like water. They take the shape of the container that they're put in. Right? But guys, there's enough information out here. There are stories, there are channels, books, channels. There's no excuse for guys to just be willingly and wantonly walking into these traps. Oh, I'm sorry, you actually think that stripper likes you? No, No. No. You represent to her that lottery ticket. Every stripper, when an NBA team, NFL team comes to town, they're looking for that lottery ticket. And that lottery ticket, of course, is in the form of an offspring. You have a child with a professional athlete, that's it. Set for life. And now Paul George has put 3 balls and chains around his ankles. 3 balls, 3 chains. And he, like many other former professional or professional athletes, he's going to figure out the hard way that you do not date or wife up strippers. Don't commit to strippers, guys. I've done this at least a half a dozen times. Not a good idea. And dude, compared to these guys, I'm broke. I don't have any money. Still, these chicks took advantage of me. They cheated on me, lied to me, blah, 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 blah. Paul George apparently paid her $1 million to get rid of the kid. He actually believed that she was going to do it. No, she took the money, gave it to her family in New York, and had the baby. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He tried to cheat the game, and unfortunately, it's not going to work out for him. I read your super chats and open up the Patrice O'Neal video hotline when we come back. Welcome back to the show. You are watching the 688th edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. Just over 1,000 people watching, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Likes, comments, subscriptions, at least on YouTube, are free. If you want to support the show, you're a little strapped for cash. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you don't like the show, hell, hit the dislike button. Hit the dislike button. Be helping me out as well. Let me read some of these chats, and we will open up the hotline. Hotline is open. I am spamming the link in the chat right now. Oops. Oh, crap. Get out of here. I'm spamming the link in the chat right now. If you have something to say, if you have a question, comment, concern, whatever the case may be, jump on in here. Remember, you got to keep your camera on. If I cannot lay eyes on you, you are not getting on. That's just all there is to it. Let me read your super chats here, and I do appreciate the super chats, guys. You guys will never, ever know how much I appreciate these super chats. You really don't. You really don't. Surge Lifestyle, $5, says, another predatory woman claims a high-status victim with her WAP. Men need to wake up. Very well said. That's great. I didn't know if it was called WAP or WAP or what. I don't know. I didn't know. Surge Lifestyle. Oh, wait a minute. Jesus. Little dementia there. Chris Herrera, $20. I greatly appreciate that. Says, remember, fellas, if a woman can't provide, then she gets welfare. If a man can't provide, he faces years of court litigation, child support with little or no help from government assistance. Her mating strategy is always secured. That's right. This is why women can act reckless and sexually irresponsible. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose. Apollo in the Sharpe Stream chat. This is good. This is good. He said Selena Powell's friend had 7 chances in a row to secure the bag. She swallowed them all. You ain't lying. Red Pill Truthers, $10, says, brother Donovan, by the time he realizes what she is, it will be too late. Operation Divorce EPAR. EPAR. I'm going to start saying words backwards. Start saying words backwards. And guys, be patient. Be patient, you guys. Like, guys will come in. If they don't get on immediately, they just immediately dip out. Come on, guys. Trying to get it all in. James Young, $5, says, I bet her family pressured her to do it. My ex's family tried that with me and failed. Her family didn't have to pressure her to have the kid. She already knew she was having the kid. Judd Grover, $2, says mentally unfit or under duress. Legal questions. Okay. All right. Fair enough. James Young, another $5, says 2 kids, getting married, living in California. Says Paul George achieved the trifecta of disaster. Ay. Tell you what, man. Telling you what. All right. The Patrice O'Neal hotline, like I said, is officially open. All right, let me go ahead and bring on Michael Lance. I see Michael Lance in there.
What's up?
Michael, do you have me?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing real good. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thanks for having me on. I really, really appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm watching the show, and this really just hits hard for me because it brings up a lot of memories. But it brings up one particular time. I like, and especially strippers, because strippers are really the girls that know how to use their sexuality to get you, right? Because they do it better than every other girl. They know how to dance on you. They know how to get it hard. Okay. Like that's what they're trained to do. I remember particularly one time a girl came over my house and I met her at a club in Hollywood and she was stripping there. And, long story short, I raw dogged her in an elevator.
Oh no. Jesus Christ.
I raw dogged her in an elevator. Right. Safe to say I got lucky. So like nothing happened.
Okay,
right.
Good.
I was much younger at the time. I think I was about 23, 24.
Okay.
And
right.
Again, like everything you've been saying, I want to really stress to the viewers, like, again, it's really easy to say when you're just kind of saying it to your buddies or saying it out loud, like, yeah, you got to wrap it up. Yeah, I always wrap it up. Like, It's super easy to say. But when you're in the moment, right? Like, Dude. I was in the moment because I was in the elevator and I didn't have a condom.
Woo!
And the girl was about to leave. So I was like, okay, if I don't fuck her now, like, that's it. And I didn't have a condom in my pocket, right?
That's great.
So I was like, okay, well, like she's too hot. I got to do it, right?
You had to do it. Right.
You had to do it, right? And we all had that situation of like, listen, we just got to do it. And I've been there more times than anybody. But I'm going to tell you something, like, and I've been blessed by the gods, right? That, considering all the shit that I've done, I don't have like 50 kids running around. But
yeah, right.
But I really want to stress that, like, carry one in your pocket. Carry fucking 5 of them in your wallet. Like, just do it. Because anytime, it's that one time that you don't think that you're gonna need it, that you fucking need it.
You need it.
You need it. And I don't care how much she twerks, because girls will try to do the thing where they try to get it in there. They're just like, 5 seconds or 2 seconds, or it's gonna feel really good. That's just what they do, right? They're masters at it. So I really, really want to stress that, like, I to every guy out there, trust me, like, I've been lucky, but I've had, friends of mine and other guys like this guy that's just not so lucky, and they're fucked for, 20 years. They're not thinking about it in the moment, right?
One thing that you bring up, Michael, that I think gets lost on a lot of people is we always say, use a condom, wrap up. And I'm here to tell you, man, the reason why we tell you this is because it will save your life. But anything that is going to save your life, not going to be easy to do, man. Not going to be easy to do. Dude, I'm not going to sit here and say that I was responsible with, every chick, stripper, whatever I banged back in the day. You kidding me? Like, dude, I'll tell you what, man, for like the last year and a half, 2 years, I was in Vegas. Every time I heard a knock on my door or when the guard would buzz somebody up, or anytime I got a text message, like, I always used to have these nightmares. Like, I hear a knock on the door and I open the door and it's some blonde I banged, and they're standing in front of me as a 5-year-old version of me. Right? Like, I always feared that text message with the positive pregnancy test. And again, the more attractive a woman is, the harder it is not to hit it raw. And again, and I like that you pointed out the fact that everybody likes to say, hey, you know what? You got to wrap up. Okay, listen, we all say that. But until you've really been in situations where you absolutely had to, unless you've been tempted by hot girls on the regular, you don't really know just how difficult it is. Because guys who are not used to women, Mike, guys who are not used to being around pretty girls, they can talk all they want. But then when they get in the moment, they're like, I don't have a condo. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And then 9 months later, boom, out pops an 18-year payment for a kid that's his. I'll give you the last word, Mike.
Yeah, and I want to add right on to something else, right? Because again, I get this a lot from guys, right? Like, it's all looks, it's all money, it's all status, and and they tell me all the time, Mike, you're a pretty decent looking guy, so it's no problem for you, right? And I'm not like a straight up Brad Pitt or a Chad or anything.
Yeah, but you're a good looking dude, man.
I get that all the time, and I'm here to tell you, like, this is just straight out of my and again, until you experience it, you don't really know, right? It's one thing. I mean, good looks, status, it gets you a lot of attention, and it will get you laid for sure. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you something. More times than I can personally count, I've fucked girls who I really, really liked, and I never heard from them again. They didn't call me back. They just didn't. I'm left there like, what did I do, right? And I can't tell you how many times I've had, and you guys think that it's like, oh, if you're a good-looking guy or if you're a successful guy, you kind of just sail off into the sunset, and life is fucking great, right?
Oh, no.
And I'm just here to just validify everything you're saying. It cannot be further from the truth. It really, really can't. It will get you laid, and you'll have a fucking good time. But I'm telling you, like, girls, they have shiny objects syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Once they're like, oh, this guy's a good-looking guy. He's got shit good, going on. Great. Like, I'm going to hook up with him or whatever. But they get bored like any other. The shine
wears off almost completely.
Yeah, it's just it'll go like this, So I'm just here to say it's not a magic pill. What I say, it's not a magic wand that you just wave around, and then girls all of a sudden they're snowflakes to you, and they're amazing, and every girlfriend you're going to get is not. No, it cannot be further from the truth.
No,
so
absolutely.
I just want to solidify that for any guy that thinks that good-looking guys or whoever successful guys talk out of their ass. They really, really don't. And I'm just telling you that from experience. And back up everything that you said, because it's just simply not true. It's just not true.
Michael, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much for that insight, man. Yeah, listen, again, what Mike says is true. It is 100% true. Looks, money, status, all that stuff will certainly get you attention, and it will get you laid. Like, there's no question about that. But unless you know how to handle women, unless you understand how they operate and how to operate within their operating system, you're just a target. If any ugly guy were to snap their fingers and, I want to be good looking right now, bingo. Okay, it'd be great for a while, but when you're a good looking guy, you're a target. If you're a rich guy, you're a target. If you're a high status guy, you're a target. This isn't to say that women won't really like you, but you got to understand, man, women don't like to take L's. It doesn't matter. Women believe that they should be compensated for gracing you with their presence. That's how this works. And if you get sex from her, but she doesn't get anything in return, she feels slighted. She feels jaded. And this is exactly why these women are pushing you to have unprotected sex with them. If I can't get his commitment, I'm gonna get those resources. And you mark my words. Paul George's wife, his new wife, dude, she is going to make his life a living hell. She really is. She has no now she has no reason to even act right. No reason at all. Again, the hotline is open. I'm putting the link in the chat. Let me read some super chats here. Zombie Fiva, $5. Says, doesn't he have friends to tell him no? He just got Thanos'd. Right. See, this is another issue. This is another issue with today's men. Men need men who have red pill awareness, right? Paul George clearly does not have any family members, any confidants. There's no one in his life that warned him, hey, check this out. Okay, so you knocked her up one time, right? You tried to buy her off. She had the kid anyway. You wanted the full custody thing. That backfired. Fam, stay away from her, man. Just listen, just pay the child support. and get the hell out of there. No. She actually talks him into moving her in. Moving her in. What did you think she was going to do? Just be what, a statue? No. She had one bag. She wanted to secure another bag. That's why she did this. And now they have 2 kids. She knows she's got him by the balls, literally. And he proposes to this woman. Again, mind you, they're in California. California's family laws are unforgivable. They're absolutely unforgivable. They're unforgiving to men. Like, men are, like, it's incredible. There is no one in this dude's life, no one in Paul George's life is telling him, hey, like, you can't be doing this. iPhone Dub, I'm going to need you to turn on your camera in 5 seconds or less, or I'm going to boot you. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to turn on your camera, or I'm going to boot you. That's the way it's going to go. Okay, that's it. So now I got to boot him. See you later. All right. Got to have your cameras on, guys. Got to have your camera on. Garth Connell says, another great show, Mr. Sharpe. Appreciate that. $15 super chat. Appreciate that. Walter Varner, $5. I appreciate that. Walter Varner. Okay, well, Walter put in a $5 super chat and didn't ask a question, but he put in a question below, and I saw he became a member. So he says, do you think women ever change, or is it only after they realize that they've hit the wall? Yeah, women grow old, but they never grow up. Right? Women are the same all the time. They're the same all the time. Bless Walter's heart. That's a very remedial Red Pill 101 question, but yes, the answer is no. Women don't change. Their priorities change, but their priorities are based on their current sexual market value. When their sexual market value is high and rising, 20, 21, 23 years old, their priorities are just having fun, right? They turn 28, 29, 30, their boobs start to sag a little bit, not getting the same kind of attention as they used to get from high-value men in their 20s when they were young and hot. Their priorities change, and now they are looking to secure the bag. Dev, if you are, you know what? I think Dev is probably in the shower. Dev, let me know in Slack if you're in the shower. I think she's probably, because if she doesn't message me in Slack, then I know she's in the shower. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of that woman tonight, man. Like, we haven't had sex in like a week. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. I'm going to give her 37 seconds of ecstasy. It's going to be 37 seconds she will never forget. Okay, so she's relaxing. Yeah, Dev, hit the shower. Hit the shower. And as soon as you're done in the shower, you need to go ahead and put on that lipstick. I don't want it rubbing off. The Great with the $5 super chat says, thank you for your existence. I appreciate that. There's nothing special about me, guys. I just, I've smashed more girls than the average man. I can talk, I can write. I'm hyper focused. And I'm just glad to be here. I really am. Uncomfortable Truth. Oh, it says that was me. Oh, that was me, Dub from Dallas. I was getting gas. Didn't know it was me. I'll call in regular. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dub, you know what? I'll tell you what. Jump back in. I'll put you through, man. I'll put you through. Yeah, I didn't realize that. So yeah, Dub in Dallas. Yeah, Dub used to call in all the time. I don't see anybody else in there. I'll give you guys a few more minutes to jump in. I will give you guys a few more minutes to jump in. Let me read some of the comments in the Sharpe stream. Nate Dogg says, that's why you keep one in your wallet. King Life says, I keep 10 in my backpack. Nate Dogg says, that's why you need Womanies 101. You better believe it. King Life says, I don't have the backpack. I at least have 2 flavored on me and 1 rib. Okay, so King Life is packing. King Life is ready. I love you guys, man. All right, let me scroll up, see if I can find the best non-super chatted comments in here. 935 watching. Let's please hit the like button. The Neg One says, if you watch The Best Man, you'll see him that simps for a stripper at first encounter during bachelor party and dumps his wife for her. Then in the sequel, he is having an LTR with her. Wow. Wow. King of Life on the YouTube side says, chicks be wanting 50 to 75K per month when they get an NBA player to knock them up. Right. You know it. The Neg One says, the inflection in her voice proves she's judging. Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Sir Pumpington says they understand they are leeches, but to save face, they pretend that those disingenuous and deceitful actions are okay under the guise of not judging. Wow, you guys are nailing it. Oh, wait, my bad. I do got a couple in here. So I've got Dub. Okay, so I've got Dub in Dallas, and I've got RC. I've got RSTB. Bring you guys on here in just a second. Evan DiBiase, $5, says, imagine doing all of that work to be a famous millionaire to literally blow it all in a matter of mere seconds. Real talk. Real talk. Dub in Dallas, what's going on, brother? I don't know. So it's connecting his audio. Let's go to RSTB.
What's up? Hold on one second.
Oh, there you go.
Can you?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. So what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. What you got?
First off, I have to say thank you for the shout out the other day. I just wanted to. I didn't get to say that yesterday. Red Sing the Blues right here. I actually wanted to say to this whole thing, man. Like women are. I mean, I have to. You know what? I can't be mad, man. I have to give her a props, man. She knew how to play the game.
Right.
Get mad, man. But I will say, you know, I will say, you know, they're getting a lot smarter, man, because they're watching us, you know. And I have to say that. I mean, because I see it on my show. Certain women watch my show and they comment and stuff like that. But I know that they're watching, right? I mean, any woman can.
I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. There was a guy who wrote an article. Oh, it's Athlon McGinnis. Athlon McGinnis wrote an article called "Don't Hate on a Skilled Hustler," and it was about a girl by the name of Bryn Cameron. Smoke shows from Arizona, had 2 kids. The first baby daddy was Matt Leinart. Second baby daddy is Blake Griffin, right? And we can all sit here and talk about, oh my God, she just used him for the money. Nah, man, listen. These girls know how the game is played. Yeah. They know how the game is played, and they're playing it. I'll give you the last word.
Oh, no, definitely, man. That's why we got girls like the Pink Pill out there, because she knows how to fleece them high-value men, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm looking at her. Acting classes is what I have to call them, man, because she's talking about, you know, being feminine at work and shit. So, excuse my language.
No, that's all good. That's all good. I appreciate you. Taking time to call into the show. Looks like Dub is having some audio issues there, so I'll give him a few minutes to get that worked out. I think I saw another couple of super chat questions in here. Yeah, man, you can't blame these women. You can't listen, man. And I'm not one. You got a lot of content creators who do nothing but blame men for the state of women. It's the guys' fault because guys aren't doing Listen, man. Listen. I'll take some responsibility on that end, right? I'll take some responsibility. Men just aren't manning up. Well, nobody's teaching us how to be a man out here these days. We got to teach ourselves. That's why channels like this exist, right? But girls, they get all the training, man. They get all the training. They know exactly what the hell they're doing. They know exactly what the hell they're doing, dude. That's what it comes down to. Definite G says Pink Pill is women trying to invade and infect the manosphere. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Now I got to look this up. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, oh, boy. All right. So, the Pink Pill Reddit. Let's see what this is about. Oh, okay. The pink pill. The pink pill, gender-swapped illustrations of the red pill in action. Does somebody post a link in the chat? Because every time pink pill, blue pill, Reddit, what is the pink pill? I can never find like the home page for these Reddit threads. I can never really find them. I know the red pill Reddit. That's gone. That's over and done with. Nonstop Dre 360 says, "What's next? The rainbow pill?" Yeah, right. Oh, he doesn't have earphones for Zoom. Okay. Yeah, I don't take phone calls anymore, Dub. I just do it this way. So, yeah, that's and the reason I do it this way is so that I can lay eyes on people, and that really, really, really cuts down on the would-be trolls. So, I'm actually going to be I'm going to be incorporating Ecamm Live. Tomorrow is my day off, even though I'm going to be recording 2 videos and all kinds of other stuff. But I'm going to do an Ecamm Live trial. Apparently, it's a good replacement for OBS. I love OBS, but it's a speed hog, man. Like, it uses a lot of, it really makes your computer work. I had to buy a $15,000 computer just to run that and to be able to do other stuff. So, oh, Pink Pill has her own YouTube page. Oh? So, Pink Pill is a woman? It's one person? Let's check this out. Pink Pill. Oh, it's a black lady. Check this out. The Pink Pill. Am I... Let me just, I'm going to put this, I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this on the screen. You guys can tell me. You guys can tell me if this is it. Is this her right here? Is this Pink Pill? Is this her? Oh, wow. She's good looking. Wow. She's pretty. Wow. She looks good, man. Well, that's one thing. Yeah, she looks good. Listen, man, I'm not going to lie. Good looking girl. She looks a little older, but yeah, she's okay, so this is her, huh? Let me unmute this.
How I got here.
Did
you ever want more from life than just surviving? How about thriving?
Actually, you know what? I need to keep from copyright and all that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on another screen and play it that way. There we go. So let us go to camera numeral uno and watch from there. All right, so here we go.
I'm Crystalline Karazin, and
that's Crystalline Karazin. How about that? I had no idea what Crystalline Karazin looked like. Crystalline Karazin is not bad looking. She's actually good looking, man. I'll be damned. Color me shocked. Crystalline actually looks pretty good. I had no idea she looked like this. Good for her. All right,
I teach Black women how to live well to the extreme, personally, professionally, and romantically. And welcome to the Pink Pill channel.
One thing that I can say about Crystalline Karazin, she's feminine, man. She's feminine, dude. She's feminine. Oh, looks like she's... Oh, okay, so she's into swirling. Listen, I'm sure Crystalline is happy, but I think Crystalline needs to understand. She needs to understand that she is an outlier. Crystalline can date white guys. Most black women can't. I don't know if she realizes this, but...
Here on the Pink Pill YouTube channel, we cover everything from interracial dating advice to business.
She doesn't really look that good here.
Current events, and so much more. So by now, you're
See,
probably
she looks much better here, but...
wondering
right.
how I got here. My life has been full of mistakes, ups and downs, highs.
Uh-oh, there's some womanese in there.
How I got here. My life has been full of mistakes.
Oh, my life has been full of mistakes. Translation. A lot of guys have smashed. A lot of guys have smashed. When women say, I've made a lot of mistakes, I've been through a lot in life, that means one thing and one thing only. And we all know what that is. When a woman says, I've made a lot of mistakes, she's not talking, oh, I made a mistake on my taxes. Oh, I've made a lot of mistakes on my taxes. Oh, I've made so many mistakes driving. Oh, I've made so many mistakes at work. No. When women say, I've made a lot of mistakes in life or I've been through a lot, they're not talking about family stuff. They're not talking about work stuff. No, they're talking about getting ran through. They're talking about getting ran through.
Ups and downs, highs and lows. But one thing that I do is every mistake I turn into a learning experience, and I'm candid enough to share it with all of you.
The Neg One with the $50 super chat says, what is the chance the second child is most likely not even his? He wouldn't contest it just to avoid court appearances. How close is her alpha C to them now that they're in CA? CA state law on paternity law is like, and the like is horrendous too. No winning there. No, Paul George is the apex alpha male in this girl's life, right? She's not smashing. Listen. I see what you're saying here, the Neg One, but you got to understand this. Everyone knows Daniela R is with Paul George, okay? Everyone knows she's now had 2 of his kids. A lot of people, when Kobe Bryant died, God rest his soul, when he died, a lot of girls were like, oh, Vanessa Bryant is going to be dating this. Ain't nobody messing with Vanessa Bryant. No. Kobe Bryant was he was the apex alpha male of all apex alpha males. Dude, no dude is going to run up in Vanessa Bryant after she's been with Kobe all those years. No way. Dude, Paul George is 6'8", 2 whatever. He's a black guy. He's in the NBA. He's rich. He's good looking. He's young. No, There is no other alpha in her life. He's it. Now, that may change later on down the line. See Larsa Pippen. You see, Larsa Pippen used to be married to Scottie Pippen, right? She was all loyal and devoted to Scottie until he retired. Wasn't making as much money, right? All those Bulls, the Bulls Dynasty Championship, that's all behind him. So Larsa Pippen started hanging out with guys like Future. And before you knew it, Larsa was stepping out on Scottie. So right now, he's the apex alpha male in her life. But you can be rest assured that he will most likely go through the same thing Scottie Pippen went through. That's what that is. No, I like the comment, but I think you're thinking way into the future there. I appreciate the $50 super chat. Red Pill Mike says Jennifer Molesky is another to watch out for. She attended the 21 convention and has been collaborating with George Bruno. No, I'm not doing the 21 convention anymore. I'm not attending that anymore. I'm cool with Anthony Johnson. I got nothing against him, but I am not. I don't have anything. I have nothing else to do with the 21 convention or the Red Man Group anymore. It's nothing personal. It's just a business decision, just an amicable parting of ways. I mean, dude, I still shoot Anthony texts every once in a while to get his input on putting together events. But yeah, that's no bad blood there at all. I'm just going my own way. So yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I've built my entire community on learning more, learning better, doing better, and sharing what I know. I like to call myself the perfectly imperfect coach. My career in this industry started when I wrote the book Swirling about.
Okay. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm not really worried about. I'm not really worried about the pink pill or crystalline kerosene. I don't know. I don't think. I just don't have a problem with her. I know a lot of brothers do. I know a lot of black guys do. Oh, Crystal and Carolyn, why are you worried about her, right? Well, because she encourages sisters to date white guys. She encourages swirling. Okay, and? Well, that's messed up, man. How is that messed up? Dude, listen, man. Listen, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Niggas ain't shit, y'all. Let's just call it what it is. Niggas ain't shit. And because black men are most black women's only option, they're stuck with these guys. Crystalline is merely advising women, listen, if you can be kind, feminine, docile, and look the part, if you look good enough, you can date white guys. You can. Listen, man, listen. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Black women are almost nobody's type, no doubt. But there are black women out there who can date outside their race. There are black women who can, quote unquote, swirl. Now, far more black men can date outside our race than black women can date outside theirs. No doubt about it. I don't even need statistics or data. We just walk outside, right? But if black women are tired of dealing with ain't shit niggas, why wouldn't they expand their dating options, right? Like, seriously, like, I got tired of dealing with black women, so guess what I did? I started going where there was better quality. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Those same niggas that say, yeah, go where you want it. Yeah, white girls. Becky is God. But then they want to turn around and dog out Crystal and Karazin for encouraging black women to date white girls. What that tells me, black girls to date white men. I don't know, maybe she is teaching them to date white girls too. I don't know. But what that tells me is exactly what tells me when black women get on me about telling dudes about dating white girls. No, the reason you're upset with me telling dudes to date white girls is because you know you can't attract high quality guys. That's why. Well, these niggas are mad at Crystalline because she is encouraging the upper tier black women to date outside their race. Niggas want those high quality black women. Bruh, if you're a Pookie or a Ray Ray, you're not gonna be able to date black women who can date white men. You're just not gonna be able to do that. Now, fortunately for brothers, we have to do a lot less to be able to date outside of our race, right? A lot less. Some of us can date outside of our race really without even trying. Black women, not so much. Black women gotta try a lot harder. I guess that's where Crystalline comes in. I got no problem with her, man. I really don't. I do not have a problem with Crystalline Karazin. I really don't. She's actually a decent looking woman, man. It's so funny. I've known who she was forever. But I'm always working. I'm always busy, this and that. Never knew what she looked like until right now. I was like, oh, pink pill? Oh, that's Crystalline. All right. More power to her, man. More power to her. All right, let me read the rest of these chats, and then we will sign off. I'm going to sign off tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have I got a mobile detailing. I got some guys who do a mobile detailing. They're going to come out. They're going to detail the car. Going to detail the Sharpe mobile. I've also got bowling league tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I have to redeem myself from last week. What else do I have? I've got to record 2 pre-recorded videos. I've got to mess with Ecamm Live. So I'm looking to change my platform. My show is going to look and feel a little bit different. I'm told that Ecamm Live is an apt replacement for OBS. A lot of people say that Ecamm Live probably should be charging more per month, which that's a good sign. I've seen nothing but positive reviews, so I'm looking forward to that. So, got a busy day tomorrow, even though tomorrow is technically my day off. All right, let's go to the rest of these. The Neg One says, fair enough, Don. Still worth the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Oh, Molesky, damn autocorrect. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is. What? Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, see, huh? Yeah, but I'm on the air, sweetie. No, I'm not done yet. Yes, that's quite all right. So Dev just popped in here in the slinky little outfit that I told her to paint on. Wow, she smelled good too. Woo! It is a red lipstick, black heels kind of night tonight. Somebody said prayers for Devin. That's right. That's right. 37 seconds of ecstasy, people. I'm going to put it down. Good stuff. Let's see. What else was there? The Neg One says, I won't advertise for black women, so I looked into Latinas. If they do it too, why should I care? Right. Right. I don't know why. Listen, man, I don't know why anybody has a problem with Crystal and Karazin. Like, dudes dog her all the time. And I'm just like, I don't know. King of Life says, all a brother has to do is get a good haircut, get in shape, expand your clothes selection. Believe me, if you have abs and a great outfit with a clean cut, you'll be able to attract white girls. Real talk. Real talk. Listen up. Listen, I'm here to tell you, man. Real talk. Odin says, was she trying to jump you in the studio? No, she thought that I was already done. She popped in here. She said, are you coming? I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm on the air. Sweet cheeks. Man, she smelled good. It still smells like her in here. Holy moly. Yeah, she's extra excited tonight. It's funny. She actually propositioned me. She texted me. She says, oh, sexy time tonight? I said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to have a few minutes after I get off the air. And guys, this is just how it is sometimes, man. Like in relationships, you're going to go. Shout out to Big Brandon in the chat. He says, shoot for 46 seconds. Listen, check this out. I can guarantee 37. I can guarantee 37 seconds, right? I might be able to stretch it. To 46, but I can't promise anything. I can't promise anything. But yeah, you're gonna go through ebbs. You're gonna go through sexual ebbs and flows, right? Like, dude, there was one time I think Devin and I had sex like 16 days in a row. We were living each other at the time. We had sex like 16 days in a row. It was great. Sometimes we don't have sex for a week. Sometimes we have sex every day for 5 days. It's just how it goes, man. You know? It's just how it goes. It's you know, for a lot of guys, you know, well, listen, man, I got to have my girl I would be having sex 2-3 times a day. Listen, that is something that you can aspire to. Yes, but like, dude, I'm in here. Dude, I spend more time in here. You want to know who my real girlfriend is? This is my girlfriend. Devin's my side chick. I spend more time in here than I spend anywhere else. But yeah, we just don't have time to have as much sex as we once did. As things start to sort of tick up a little bit, I can spend a lot less time in here and a lot more time smashing my girl. We'll see what it is. We'll see. We'll see what time it is. But yeah, it's listen, sometimes, like, dude, we had sex a week ago. I think it lasted like 20 minutes. It was great. Dude, I beat the brakes off of her. But the time before that, maybe 2.5 minutes. It just goes up and down. Just goes up and down. So tonight, who knows? Who knows, man? Listen, man, I got a sack. I got a sack full of boys. And it's weird. It's weird. Sometimes if you don't have sex for a while and it's like you're chomping at the bit to pound her out, sometimes you actually last longer. Believe it or not. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. So I don't know what it's going to be. One thing I can guarantee tonight is 37 seconds. Now, Devin is extra excited tonight because I told her that I was going to share some of my good whiskey with her. I think that's probably why. And this is what I do. Because I don't let her drink my whiskey. Like, my whiskey's my whiskey. Stay away from that. You can go have your wine, whatever. Leave my whiskey alone. Right? But every once in a while, I'll say, hey, look, I'll share some of my, good whiskey with you. I got the whiskey that I just used to take a shot of to go to sleep. Then I have whiskeys. Then I have the whiskey that I sip just to relax. Then I got the good whiskey. The good whiskey that you hold in the tumbler with the pinky ring, right? we're having the pinky ring whiskey tonight. So Devin's all excited. That's why she's in there. Woo, you ready? You coming down? She wants some of that whiskey. She's like, hey, he told me to get ready. Right? Oh, but here's the thing. I told her, you're not getting one drop of the pinky ring whiskey until your ass is dressed. Got to get dressed. She's wearing like a see-through black bra. See-through black bra top. It's like a super, super short, like ruffle skirt. Like, I mean, it's not even a skirt. It's just supposed to look like a ruffle skirt. A black thong. Hoop earrings. Red lipstick. And these black heels that should really only be pointed at the ceiling or the wall. So I told her, look, I'm going to give you some of that whiskey, but you got to get dressed first. And the reason why I told her to get dressed is because I need that red lipstick to set. See, she gets this lip paint. Actually, I got it for her. I get her this super sticky red lipstick. And it comes in other colors. Well, the reason why I get her that kind of lipstick is so that it doesn't come off when she is smoking the sausage. Right? Listen, nothing looks better than a woman who is smoking your sausage. Except for a woman who is smoking your sausage with red lipstick on. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Black Standard 88, $5. Says, you heard Crystal Swirls was ran off YouTube by her adult son that she tried to slander? Crystal Swirls? Maybe Crystal Swirls is... Oh. Okay. Maybe Crystal Swirls... Maybe I'm thinking people dog Crystal and Cares, and maybe it's Crystal Swirls that they dog. I don't know. I don't know. Silver Wolf, $2, says, you get what you tolerate. Yep. Cosplay MGTOW says, I'll keep that in mind about the lipstick. Yes. Yeah, listen. Pro tip. You got to get your girl the 24-hour lip paint. If you know you're going to smash that night, get her to put on the 24-hour lipstick at least 2 hours before you know you're going to smash. Right? And listen, it's great. She comes out, she's looking all good. She's got the red lipstick on, right? You guys fool around, you kiss, and she smokes your sausage. Then when she's done, lipstick is all, like her lips aren't red anymore. It's all smeared all over the place. I mean, like I'll smash. I'm still going to smash, but now it doesn't look as good, right? Doesn't look as good. You get her. Oh, there it is. Maybelline 24-hour. Only comes off with a pressure washer. There it is. Maybelline 24-hour only comes off with a pressure washer. Right? So while it looks fantastic with it on her, it looks terrible off of her. I love red lipstick when my girl is smoking my sausage. And that's why I told her to get ready early. So you guys got a little behind the scenes action. Let me read the last of these. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody says I roasted Crystal Swirls a while back. I do not remember that. I don't remember Crystal Swirls. I don't remember that. Damn. Did I really? I don't remember that. I usually remember everybody I roast. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, I guess my memory's memory's starting to go on me, huh? That's gonna do it for this edition of TS. Oh, wait a minute. BK Standard 88, $2 says Crystal was making fun of Kobe. That's Crystal. Please don't tell me that was Crystal Swirls. Oh my God. Yo, that chick was as ugly as homemade sin. Hold the phone. Crystal Swirls. Oh my God. Oh, sweet mother of God. Oh yeah, we fried her on the 6th. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Wow. Yeah. C-Dub said that, or Dub in Dallas says he fumbled that Zoom call like Ezekiel Elliott. You guys got to go easy on Zeke, man. He's got nothing to work with. Cosplay MGTOW has a bone to pick with you guys because you made him Google her, and now you can't unsee what you've just seen. Excellent show tonight, guys. Excellent show tonight. Thank you all very much for your super chats. They are much appreciated. I am off tomorrow. I will be releasing a video on Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern. And I will be continuing. I will do a continuation of that video on TSR Primetime. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's about an article about a woman who gives you guys 10 ways to tell you're dating a red pillar. It is absolutely hilarious. So I'm going to have a couple of sips of whiskey with my lady, and I'm going to pound her out, hopefully for longer than 37 seconds. We will see. At any rate, thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. I will see you guys on Wednesday afternoon. Say a prayer for Nugget. We'll see you guys later.